This is a Dwarf Essex Rape field. The bucks are just crazy over this stuff. It was planted this spring early, and as you can see, it's overcome with weeds. The bucks have been eating it pretty good. They love the great big leaves that are on here. It's a great food plot. But how do you keep the weeds out of it? I like Dwarf Essex Rape over canola. The deer seem to like it better. So as soon as it gets to this stage and it's full of weeds, it's going to start seeding out, and then the bucks are going to lose interest in it. So we're going to show you how to make and work up and plant how we do another field here. Okay, so this field was dissed this spring, and then we've been summer following it. We let the weeds all grow up, then we sprayed it with Roundup. We've gotten rid of the weeds. We just dissed it last week, had it looking pretty good, and then we got 3.5 inches of rain. It's probably still way too wet to plant anything out here with equipment of any size. We don't use big equipment, we just use an ATV. So this field is ready to be dragged. It was worked up deep and all the weeds are dead, or most of them. Brody's going to drag it with the ATV. We'll show you that. So we dragged the field with an ATV. We've got a 16-foot pipe hanging on some chains and what's called a cattle panel. The cattle panel does a pretty good job. You can see I've got the horizontal wires closest to the ground. Does that make sense? It actually does a better job knocking the clumps of dirt down and flattening it out. If you flip it over, for some reason it doesn't do as good of a job. Heavy pipe pulled behind an ATV will make this field look real pretty. A little bent up on that end, but it'll work good. And are you ready to go, Brody? Show us how it's done. Brody will hit this about 2-3 times and it's going to look fantastic. So this is the field that we just drug over here. He's been out here for about 15 minutes, and look how nice that looks. It looked the same poor shape that the field that we just showed you. So we're dragging the soil, we're packing it, we're getting it all level, we're going to make sure that the seed has good contact with the soil. Then we're going to plant it. I'll show you that next. Okay, so we're standing on the field we just planted. All we use is that little seeder for $9 in Walmart, I think. It just has a very small opening. There's some settings on the side that go between 1 and like 3. Brody, what setting did you have it on when you set it?
About half.
So less than 1. Half a turn. And show me half. Where is it on this little opening in here?
Right in here.
So the seed's just falling out that super small little hole there. Is that right? Right there? Mm-hmm. That's a pretty small hole. When we planted this field, I would say this is maybe an acre. We probably had this hopper up to about this line. I drive about 7 miles an hour, and Brody sits on the back of the ATV and hand cranks it. 7 miles an hour, half of the number 1 there on the seeder. Let the seed out very slowly. Worst thing you can do is overplant a field like this. You can see the tracks in the ATV in the field there. I drive around, and the tracks are probably about 2.5 to 3 feet apart at 8 miles an hour. Cover the whole field. Now that we've planted this field, about an acre, Brody's going to drag it one more time, and then we're going to have a really pretty field coming up here. If things go right, we'll get a little rain, and I know all the bucks will be out here loving this field. If I could only plant one food plot, I would plant Dwarf Essex Rape. It's the favorite that I've found that the bucks seem to like the best, but as soon as it goes to seed, they have no interest in it. We'll plant this same type of field maybe every 4 weeks, 5 weeks, all summer long, so we have different stages of growth in all of these different fields. As soon as this field now is 3-4 inches tall, I'll work that other weedy mess up back there. And then in another month, we'll plant another little spot right over there. And we'll just keep doing it every 4 weeks, right through the fall. I'll show you what it looks like here when it greens up next week.